Yeah, they murder babies here.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah, they do. That's why we're here. Yeah, they do. It says on their website they do.
No, we're pro-choice.
Well, what does that mean, pro-choice?
Yeah, we're pro-choice.
What does that mean, though? What choice?
Autonomy, bodily autonomy.
What about the baby's body?
It's not a baby. It's a clump of cells.
Actually, the Planned Parenthood, their own website, says that these are human beings.
Yeah, no, it's not a baby.
You know, the Department of Health says these are human beings.
It's not a baby.
Kansas law says these are human beings.
Science doesn't say that. Science
Actually, I'm telling you science, ma'am. Ma'am, you know these are human beings. Ma'am, God says you shall not murder. Ma'am, you know God says you shall not murder, right?
That's not science. Science doesn't say that.
No, I already gave you science, ma'am.
Yeah, that's not science.
Yeah. Kansas law, the Department of Health.
Law is not science, though.
Yeah,
Law
that's part of it.
It's socio. It's not. It's a social.
Common sense and logic.
It's not. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. Ma'am, you know these are human beings.
But this thing's like, you guys have to realize it's not.
What's that?
This is a social thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's not a baby. It's a fetus.
Oh, here.
It's literally
just needs
Yeah.
little ones.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
You can show me. You can show me all you want to. It's not going to change my perspective. It's science. It's not going to change anything.
Well, what science are you talking about?
Science.
Well,
Literal
what-
science.
Science says that it is a
Like literal
baby.
science.
100% of
Right here.
biologists agree that at conception, this is a human life.
Conception is not the same thing as it's not the same thing as it's a clump of cells.
It's a developing baby.
It's a clump of cells, you guys. It's a clump of cells.
I was once a clump of cells.
We all were. We
Yeah.
all were. Yeah.
You're just a grown-up clump of cells.
It doesn't matter. You're wearing an abolitionist hat. Like how does that even? Like you're fighting for pro-life, but you're wearing an
Well-
abolitionist hat. How does that make sense?
Because I'm
We're not
saying.
abolitionists.
But his hat says abolitionist.
Yeah, I'm an abolitionist,
different
yes.
So how are you pro-life when you're an abolitionist?
I'm
It doesn't
seeking
make
the
sense.
abolition of evil from society, the abolition of baby murder from
The
society.
evil is this. You guys are not giving people a bodily autonomy. You're not giving people a choice over their own body.
But it's not their body.
Pregnancy is not a consequence of having sex.
Actually, yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's not a consequence.
That's how God creates sex.
No.
Yeah.
How do you become pregnant then?
Obviously, you have to have sex to have a baby. That's literally obvious, you know. But it's not a consequence. Sex should be something that we should be able to enjoy. Yes, the baby can be born through sex, obviously, but pregnancy is not, because babies are not consequences. Being pregnancy is not a consequence, right? However, we have the right to choose whether we want to have a baby or not.
You do get that, but
we do.
It's not just your body.
So what are you guys? You know, what is the point of this?
We
What
have
do you
free
guys?
services. You can go somewhere else, and we know how this affects the
Okay,
mom.
but you guys are worried about a clump of cells being aborted or whatever it is. What about the kids that are in the system? What are you guys doing for them? Have you guys adopted kids?
Yes,
the
I
ones
have
who are
4
born.
adopted children.
Okay, so that's fine. That's your choice. That's the point.
And
It's your
there's
choice.
a lot of adoptive
It's your
parents
choice.
out there that are wanting
It is your
to
choice. I'm not a Christian. I won't.
No,
take
this
it.
is. I'm not giving you Christian stuff.
No, I don't want it.
This talks
Yeah.
about post-abortion
I'm very
syndrome.
well educated in this conversation. I'm not gonna
No,
take that.
this is what the mother suffers
no.
afterwards.
There's no Christian to
It's okay. Like, guys, mental health is it's an important thing. We all suffer from some sort of mental trauma. We're human.
But you're okay with adding more mental trauma
Okay, but
to
you're
yourself?
worried about that. What about let's talk about capitalism. Capitalism is the reason why people are literally wanting to abort, because we cannot live in a society where the cost of living is high, but minimum wage has stayed the same since 1970. Let's talk about that. Every year, cost of living keeps going up. More people are being pushed out of their homes. No, but that's yes. But what if the mom can't afford the baby because of financial issues?
That's why we're here.
So what about that?
That's why we're here.
You cannot help every single person in the entire world, guys. You
We
guys
can help you.
cannot. No,
We can
I'm
help
not
you.
pregnant. I'm not.
We can help the people here.
No, it's pro-choice. At the end of the day, you guys.
one person.
No. We're not gonna have this conversation. I'm telling you guys, I'm very well educated in this conversation. We can go there, but we're not going to. However,
We're willing
yeah.
to go there.
Well, we can go there, but all I'm saying is like it's a woman's choice to want to have a baby or not, and it's not even a baby. It's literally just a clump of cells. It's a fetus.
So can I give you a scenario? So let's say you have 2 buckets. You have a bucket here that is full of choices, and it's things like what color hair you want to have, where you want to go to school, where you want to go to church, you have a bucket over here that's rape, incest, murder. Which bucket do you think abortion falls in? Because those are both
Rape,
choices.
incest, murder.
Right. And is
Okay.
that a good choice?
Wait, what do you mean, like?
A rape, incest,
She doesn't have to.
murder.
If she's raped, she doesn't have to have the baby still. The fuck? What do you mean? Sorry, I don't mean to cuss. I'm sorry, but like.
You just said abortion would go in the same bucket as rape, incest,
No,
and murder.
I thought you were asking like if they were raped or the baby was formed through rape, incest, or murder, or
No,
rape
she's
or
trying to
incest.
ask you, what do you think abortion
Oh no,
Which choice do you think it is?
going to school or picking a school, choosing a school. Yeah, it
And
falls under that.
how is that the same kind of choice? Because I can pick the school that I want to go to, but
Right.
that affects no one else. I can pick what
Having
color
a baby
my
does not
hair
affect
is.
no. Having an abortion does not affect
It
anybody
affects
else.
the mother.
Yes,
Majorly.
and that's okay. And that's okay. But that's their choice.
not okay.
That is the choice.
Can I
though.
tell you something?
That's her choice. That's
One
what
of my
I'm saying.
birth moms is she had 2 abortions. And I got to go through the whole.
Did she survive it though?
Just a minute.
Did
I
she
got
survive?
to go through the whole prenatal
However,
stuff.
I'm not
Can I
disregarding.
just tell you the story, please? I went through the
Let
whole
me. Okay, but
prenatal
did she
with her,
survive? Did she
and
survive it? Did she
and
survive
I
it?
asked her.
Did she survive it?
Can you listen?
Did she
She
survive
is
it?
still alive, yes.
Okay, then she's okay.
No,
she's
no,
literally
no.
She might go through mental trauma. Of course, I understand that, but we all go through mental trauma outside of abortion. Everybody goes through mental health issues.
But can I
It's
just
human.
finish?
It's a human nature thing.
Can I just finish the story? So, I get to go through all the prenatal with her for my
Yes.
son.
Is she
and
alive?
I said,
Is she alive?
You had 2 abortions. Whatever made you stop? And she said, the last abortion that I went in for, she said, the first abortion, I thought, this is absolutely it. This is what I need to do for my life. I came out. I felt like this was great. It was the thing to do. I got pregnant again, and I thought, well, I know exactly what to do to make my life better. I go have another abortion. And she said, there's something that happened to me when I sat up on that table. They had me in my gown. Wait.
At the end of the day, it's her
Can I
choice.
please make
It's her choice. I'm
But
sorry.
this
I know.
wasn't her choice. Listen, this wasn't
Did
her
she
choice.
not go to the abortion office and get a
She's
abortion?
sitting on the table and she said, this is not what I want to do. And she told them she wanted to leave. And they said, no, you are not leaving.
But that's not them.
You are not. It was a plan.
Sure about that?
But every
And it
plan.
was-
That was her experience. You're projecting.
There's many
It's
people's
projection.
experiences
But
that are
it's-
like that.
But
She woke
it's
up
all
with
projection
purple
though.
handprints on her legs
It's
where
pro-
they held her down and put
It is
her
pro-
out.
It's projection though. That's her experience, and I'm sorry she experienced that. Nobody.
But what if
no one
that's your
should.
experience? You're
I'm-
okay
no.
with that?
You're projecting one person's experience on everybody
But then
else.
you're okay with that.
No,
What if that's your
it's her
experience?
choice. It was her choice.
It
was
wasn't her choice anymore.
She
'cause
chose
not to.
She chose.
But they wouldn't let her
on
unchoose
the
what she
website.
chose first.
On the website, it says that you're able to withdraw consent whenever you choose to. You're talking about one person's experience for the whole trajectory of all Planned Parenthoods,
But
and it's not. It's
They
not.
also told you that it was just a clump of cells and
Yes,
not a baby,
it's
and
not-
that's a lie.
But
So why
no,
would
it's not. It's
there-
not a lie. That's science. It is.
That is not.
It is a lie. It is a lie. Yes,
It is a clump of
it is a
cells
clump of
that
cells.
happens to be a
It's
baby.
forming.
But if she chooses to form the baby, if she chooses,
So
it is a
she-
fetus
okay,
until
just a sec. So-
yeah, what?
do you know?
So she gets to decide whether it's a baby or not.
No.
If she wants to have an
No,
abortion.
it's
not
science.
A, baby.
A
If she
clump of
does
cells,
have the
it's a
abortion,
clump of
then
cells.
It's a developing
It's a-
baby,
no,
and that's
it's
all
a-
fetus
it's a
means
clump of
is
cells.
little one.
Well,
It's
ma'am-
just like
Clump of
calling
cells.
somebody a toddler or a
It's a
child
clump of
or an
cells.
adolescent or an adult. They're
Have you
all
ever
a
had?
person.
Have you ever had a child
They're
yourself?
at different levels.
Have you ever
of-
carried a child
I
yourself?
was not able to. No.
Okay, how?
She was.
Okay,
She has.
okay. Everyone's journey as a womanhood is literally subjective to whoever wants to experience it. Everyone's womanhood, everyone's motherhood is completely different. No one's motherhood is the same. Okay, if you've never even carried a child, you never even you're having this conversation. You never even carried.
Because I've experienced what a birth mother went through.
But you have never
when
experienced it
she
yourself. You personally never experienced it yourself.
I
So
care
you're
about the
But
women.
it doesn't make you less of a mother. It doesn't make you less of a mother. However, you don't know what women actually have to go through whenever they are pregnant. You've never experienced it.
I've always found that kind of interesting because when you're pregnant, and especially as the baby develops, you start feeling it moving around, and
But
you
that's not
know
till later
you
on if she chooses to.
Yeah,
You
but
guys,
what's
it's
the
all about the
difference?
choice. It's all about
No, what's the difference?
you chose to
between-
carry baby full term. That was your choice, and that
But
was your
where's
journey. That was
where's
your
the
journey.
other human's
I have a
choice in
question.
this?
When does it go from being a clump of cells to being a baby?
However you see fit.
Okay, so you're
But you
playing
said it was
God.
based on.
So your
No, I'm not
feelings?
playing God.
Yeah,
No,
but it was
I don't even
based-
believe in God, honestly. So I don't even
Well,
You
but
said
you're saying you
I'm
get
not
to-
even a Christian.
You get to decide when it becomes a baby.
No, it's literally by science.
What
Well,
science
but
are you talking
I
about?
just said, Science
what
proves
science?
that it's
White
the
people
same
science.
baby.
White folk science.
White folk science?
Yeah, white folk science. White
Why- what
people
does that mean?
Are
science.
they different?
Listen, you guys, let me tell you something. However a person chooses, whether they choose to abort, whether they choose to have the baby, it is literally their choice. That's all we're saying. If you choose to be a mother, you choose to be a mother. That's your choice. If you choose to be an adopted mother, it's your choice. If a person chooses to abort, it's their choice. It's not. How does it affect you guys?
Where's the other
How does it-
humans?
Well, let me tell you how it
How does it
affects
affect you
me.
guys?
Where's the other humans' choice?
There is no human. There is no human. When a person, there is no.
Do you think it's a cow
Do you
and then it
think-
becomes a
do you
baby,
think-
or it's a cockroach
Let me ask you
and then
something.
it becomes
Do
a
you
baby?
think that they carry baby full term and then abort?
Actually, they used to in this city.
Listen
Yeah,
to what I'm saying.
they
And
used
they
to.
still do.
But no, it has to be a severe medical emergency.
No.
Yes,
No.
it does. Yes, it
No.
does. Yes, it does. And anybody anybody who is telling you these stories.
In
Okay,
the
so
state
let
of
me ask you this.
Kansas, you can abort a baby up to the
For
minute of
yes,
death.
yes, because for medical procedures, for
No,
a
no.
severe
Any reason.
emergency.
No.
No,
People
I'm
use
telling
it
you.
for sex
It's so
sex
sad.
selection.
They will do. It's called
Is that- that's
partial
not-
birth abortion.
You
I
said
can
what?
describe it to you.
For sex selection. If they wanted a girl and they find out it's a boy, they abort the baby.
Pull this up.
It's perfectly healthy.
Where are your resources at? It's up to anybody. Anybody is able to withdraw if they do not want to carry on with the pregnancy or whatever the case, whatever you guys are calling it, they have that choice. That is my point. If you choose to be a mother, if you choose to be a father, if you choose that's literally it's y'all's choice.
Can I tell you another fact?
It will never affect me. It will never affect anybody else. We're all
affected
we're
me.
strangers.
I'm an uncle. I'm an uncle of a murdered baby, ma'am. It's affected me for the last over 20 years now.
And you chose.
I didn't have a
to let
choice
it
in that.
affect you.
I didn't have a
No,
choice in it.
You guys, we have choices.
But it's affected me even to this day.
And you're choosing to let it affect you. You're choosing to.
Well, a baby being murdered is going to affect you, ma'am.
No, you're. Look. Yeah, you'll never carry a child. I'm not even actually having a conversation with you.
Why?
He'll never carry.
Well, I can't carry a child because he was murdered over 20 years ago.
But you even if it wasn't murder, you still wouldn't be able to carry that child.
I could have held him in my arms.
No, we're talking about actively carrying the baby. Are you growing the baby inside of you? And y'all, so I'm not having a
But it
conversation.
takes two to create a baby, ma'am.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm not having. You're pro-life, but you're weighing.
I'm actually an abolitionist, ma'am. I'm not pro-life. I'm an abolitionist.
So what are you here for?
I'm here to glorify God above all.
Abolitionists are not Christians.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Well, what do
No,
you think?
I'm an abolitionist myself. You're talking to an abolitionist.
I think you misunderstand. He wants to abolish abortion. And
You're not an abolitionist if you're trying to abolish abortion. That's your choice, but you're not an abolitionist. I'm so sorry, but you are not an abolitionist.
Again, I think
Like I'm an abolitionist, bro. Like I'm the one. No. Okay. However, sorry, I'm have your phone.
What's your name, by the way, ma'am?
You said what?
What's your name?
Ray.
Ray. Okay, Nicholas.
So what?
Nicholas. My name's Nicholas.
Oh, Nicholas. Okay, nice to meet you.
Right. You as well, Ray.
Sex selective abortions are corrective rights are being pitted against gender equality. Critics say the bans are anti-abortion uses, including Indianapolis or racial profile, Asian Americans, and older women. Okay. I'm a Native woman myself. Missouri, she must under. You're actually showing me something that.
Well, the only reason, that was the first article up there, and it just
Yeah,
shows you
this
that
is-
there is such a thing. Yes, they're fighting against it, but yes, there is such a thing as
Well, okay.
abortion.
Sorry, I was getting wound up.
That is a fact.
I'm very pro-choice. I'm sorry. We'll actually have actual conversation. Okay, so sorry. I'm very pro-choice. However,
But you're pro-choice a badge.
no. You said what?
But you're pro-choice a badge.
No. You guys, all of you guys have done something that has been extremely, like, not even extremely. Everyone has made bad choices, right?
Absolutely.
So who are you to judge?
We're not
I'm not
judging.
judging.
But you're outside. You're
telling
you're
the
disguising
truth.
it under help.
No,
You're
we're
disguising
telling the truth.
No.
You say
There's
you
no
want
truth in that.
You want choice. We're trying to show women that they have more than just abortion as a choice. They can choose to raise the baby themselves. They can choose to give it up. Why can't
But
they
that's
do that?
choices. Those are all choices.
Why can't they do that?
Let me tell you something. All of these things have trauma behind it. If a woman chooses to carry full term, and then they give the baby up for adoption, that's still trauma on her.
but don't you
Regardless of
think-
your situation, there is still trauma upon the person who is carrying the child. It doesn't matter if they carry it full term. It doesn't matter if they abort it. It doesn't matter if they give it up for adoption. There is still trauma.
And you don't think
It
any
doesn't-
time in your course of life that you would think that you felt worse because you killed the child?
No,
than you did
you're not
because
killing a
somebody
child, you
else
guys.
raised?
You're not killing a child.
I know many mothers who have dealt with a lot of trauma.
But my question is, what about the kids in the system? How about you start there? If you're pro-life, start with the children who are
There
in the
won't be
system.
any kids in the system
But like,
if they
no,
all get aborted.
that's very cynical of you to
And
say.
know-
That's
and-
cynical.
and
It's true.
That's super cynical.
We can't take care of the whole world. We have to choose
And
something
you're telling me
that we want to support.
no.
Because
These are
and
children.
again, we
The
wanna
children in the
send
system are.
your-
No, let me say something.
we
real
want
quick.
to send her to a better
No, ma'am.
choice,
No,
and
ma'am.
they will
Let me
take
tell
care
you
of
something.
your
No,
child.
no, ma'am. Let me tell you something. This right here, the kids who are in the system, these are parents who didn't want their children. These are parents who couldn't take care of their children. You're worried about a person carrying a baby or a fetus or however you see fit. But there are literal children who have been born and their parents have abandoned them, could not take care of them. Start there. If you're pro-life, start with them children. Don't worry about who's carrying full-time or who's not. That's
Well, again, you're trying to change the whole thing, and you're trying to put the world of
you're cynical
the
because
burdens of the entire world
no, ma'am,
on
no,
us.
no.
We're trying to get them
No,
into the world.
you literally
and there
said-
are places that
You
will
literally
take
said the most
care
cynical
of
thing
them.
I've ever heard. You said that there will be no kids in the system. What do you mean? The system. We live in a capitalist world. Do you understand that? We live in a world where cost of living continues to rise, but minimum wage has stayed the same since 1970. Do you know? Do you know the what's the word? It's called
I worked in the 1970s. It's not the same.
It's
trust
not-
me.
and
In
I-
my lifetime,
and I
it's gone
understand
up
that.
numerous times.
But
And if
listen
you-
to what I'm saying.
Capitalism has raised more people out of poverty than any other
No,
economic system in the world.
you're a complete liar, and I'm gonna tell you why.
So you want to live
Capitalism
in a
has to
socialist
short. No, listen.
Yeah,
Capital,
what do you want to live in?
I want to live back in my indigenous ways. I want to live where the world offered us whatever it is that we needed.
and
White
you will do
people
nothing.
decided one day that it wasn't enough for them, so they took and took and took. Your ancestors have depleted the world. Capitalism has only survived, has only been in our like
Thank you,
society.
ma'am.
It has been our economic base since probably
No,
like
thank
the
you.
1700s, right? You guys have depleted resources here in the world.
And whatever help is needed, we're here as Christians to offer you help.
Please change your mind and come back. You don't have to do this. We'll help you.
Ma'am, God,
It is a baby. It's a baby.
and you know that, ma'am.
Babies, only murderers. That's who's in there. Don't be one of them.
Ma'am, God says you shall not murder. The Bible says that children are a blessing, a gift from the hand of the Lord, not a burden, not a curse, but a blessing. Ma'am, trust in the Lord. If you're pregnant, trust in the Lord with the life of your baby. Don't become a murderer today. Love your baby. Trust God. If there's any help you need, we're here to help you. We're here as Christians to offer help to fathers and mothers so they don't murder their children. Ma'am, I know a family that would adopt your baby. I can get you in contact with them today. Ma'am, please come talk to us. Tell us what help you need. Murdering your baby will not solve any problems. You'll just be the mother of a dead baby whom you had murdered. Ma'am, trust in the Lord. Don't do this. God says you shall not murder. Don't do this, ma'am.